Okay. Alright, I better pause this because I don't want this thing to do whatever. Oh, I gotta admit, this is a very high quality camera, at least when I look on the computer screen here. Alright, very, very good. So, if you've pretty much been all over the place doing a bunch of projects, then no doubt probably you've been to Trader Joe XYZ. Again, not to be confused with Trader Joe's, the grocery store, at least here in America. And again, I'm kind of surprised that these guys not violated trademarks or something. So maybe these guys are located outside the United States, unless Trader Joe happens to be international too. But whatever, I don't have to deal with trademark shit. So, well, not anymore anyway. So, with that being said, I should have drank some water. Before I get started, I usually take some walks because I had Chinese New Year over the weekend, and it turns out that a lot of food I ate had way too much sodium, so it caught up with me, so I have to take walks to try to lower it. So the problem is, the dogs in my neighborhood are like hyper aggressive. They're always like growling and howling at me and shit. So far, the dog owners and nothing's happened to me, and like they kind of always have it under control, but it's like, okay, I've had 5 dogs like literally try to like, so I kind of know how to handle dogs, but in case one of them comes at me, right, because the owner can't control it, now I'm carrying my baseball bat with me whenever I go. And that includes going to the subway too, because, a lot of people want to push us on the oncoming trains and try to kill us or beat us up. So I need some self-defense now. It's like, I don't have a choice. Right, I carry in a duffel bag so that A, I have extra utility, and B, it kind of just doesn't scare people because, oh, it's just a duffel bag, right? So if I have to whip it out, all right, because I leave the big pocket open, if I whip it out, I can even like wield the baseball bat through the duffel bag too, right? Because there's nothing else in there except the bat. So it's like a bunch of savages. I think part of the other problem is I also lift weights, so maybe I look intimidating and scary to dogs, so they always want to like yell at me and stuff. So, oh well. But anyway, if one day it's like bites and scratches, then you know what happened, or it was probably a fucking dog, or maybe some angry homeless guy that doesn't like us Chinese people. Ah, the benefits of living in fucking new shit city, right? I'll be out of this dumb fucking city soon enough. So anyway, getting back to what I should be talking about is if you've been using any of the projects, like whether you're watching my videos or Dow King's or someone else's thingy, then you probably have used the main DEX for Avalanche. And of course, it's usually Trader Joe XYZ. I think BogSwap does everything, but usually I just use the native one. But BogSwap's pretty good too. There's probably other ones too as well, like Firebird, or maybe that's for Phantom actually. So anyway, I read an article on CoinDesk. I'll read chat in just a second, and they talked about Xjoe creating modular staking. So they're gonna split up their staking from Xjoe and Xjoe to like 3 different things. I don't understand the Vejoe because that's more like DAO stuff, and I want to avoid that. But they create a new thing called Launch on Trader Joe, and this is called Rjoe, and there's nothing here yet. But basically, they're going to like crowd fund and then new projects, and then if they take off, as long as they stay legit, you get a portion of their tokens or their project or profits or something like that. You could probably just look at it here. I mean, there's nothing to talk about because there's nothing here, but maybe I'll do a separate video on Rjoe. But it's kind of interesting. You can get a slice of everything. That's basically what it basically is. So right now, stake is traderjoexyz.com/stake. You can see the button up here is right next to my camera. And you can see kind of like what the APR is. Now this is fluctuating up and down, especially after today, because starting last night we had a pretty, I don't want to say a big correction, but there's a big correction in tuned forks because it went way up. But there's a little bit of a dip today, but I just tweeted out Bitcoin's very stable, 43.5K. In fact, I think it's still pretty stable at that, right? Let's see. Actually, it's gone up. Yeah, so this dip is already like it's pretty much over. So things are going back up. So, all right, fine. The tuned forks are basically on sale right now. So I wound up buying the dip on that. I even got my money from stupid Rubik. I'm never using Rubik again. That was an unpleasant experience, and yeah, you know, whatever. We'll just make a. Well, I'm gonna make a shit ton of money. You know, I'm already making a lot now because I think I did a really good job rebuilding my daily income stream, so I'll know in 12 to 24 hours, and then you know I'll be back to business as usual. Oh hey Ryan, good morning. Gonna be a sunny day. Yeah, I actually wanted to take another walk, but I figured I didn't do any videos yesterday because I had to do family shit and a bunch of other things, and then yeah, it was an up and down day yesterday, but overall it's very good. And I got my money from fucking Rubik last night when I was asleep, so spent this morning repositioning, doing all my stuff, buying, and then yeah, you know. It's going to be pretty good. You know, I actually increased my Cannabis World tokens this project by a lot. Because right now this is probably the safest project with the highest yield right now. After that is Titano. The problem is there's taxes and there's no taxes here. So you know, take your pick. Um, you know, with that being said, Titano's still solid. I mean, Jesse Eckel even just did, the big YouTuber, just did his video on Titano, so that's why it shot up to like what it is now, like plus 50%. At the same time, markets were going up too, so it was really nice upward price pressure. It's good for the entire space overall, except Universe, because I actually found out from the Elite Discord that Universe is actually apparently the developer is actually a woman. So say what you will, but so far Universe is not doing very well. It's actually my shittiest performing project. So I'm still telling people don't touch Universe until they stabilize the project. They've imposed more restrictions and they lowered the daily reward to 1.7. And not surprisingly, the price continues to go down. The only good news is it appears that circulation supply might be under control, so I'll have to see. I need to see this thing below 20 billion. All right. So anyway, let's say you don't want to fuck with any of that. Well, then you just come down to Joe. All right, come down to Trader Joe, where you want groceries or you can get cryptocurrencies. These guys are totally gonna get sued unless they're actually part of Trader Joe's. So anyway, this is the APY that you get, and it's like a 7-day average. You could view your staking stats, but I don't want to click that because it's gonna show nothing, and it's gonna show the address that I'm using for this dummy account. Which technically I don't have to worry about, but let's say down the line I put money in here just as an experiment. You know, I kind of don't want to make it easy for people. So you look at the staking stats here, and it takes you to this fancy conglomerated thingy. And this is actually a lot of money. If I actually close my camera here, the APY on 24 is actually really high. Really? You actually get this much? It didn't really feel like it. Maybe I should store money in Joe. Because if I'm holding money in AVAX, I might as well just put it in Joe, because it's kind of like holding AVAX. I think. I wish I had a price chart here too. Xjoe total supply. Wow, this is even higher than when I first started because it was like much lower. Like, well, much lower. It's still 62%. It's like, wait a minute. Wow. And you can see the historical here. So APY is this purple line, but the APR is the blue line. Wait, what's the difference if it's just 24 hours though? But you can also see their 24-hour fees. Total staked 104.6 million. You know, I might have to actually stake some Joe here. Huh. Yeah, because there's really not much else to say, but because I expected this to be a very short video, because the next video will be bomb.money, which is a Bitcoin peg. So if I had some spare cash, I might actually want exposure to bomb.money, but well, we'll talk about that in that video. So the first thing I want to look at is Joe price token. I hope they'll give me the right one. Yes, so this is Joe. It is down 6.87%. Okay. Let's try the 7-day chart. What I'm really looking for is correlation. AVAX price token. Alright, here's AVAX. It is up 3.43%. So maybe I'm wrong. Give me the 7-day on this clown. It went from $1.58 to $1.31 now. Okay. Meanwhile, AVAX, okay, I guess I'm wrong. This is actually, this evidence is quite clear. It went from $70.90, you can see on the left-hand side, and now it's at $86. Yeah, in fact, it's up like almost 4% today. Okay, so yeah, it is like Pancake swap then, unfortunately. Yeah, so unfortunately people are, dumping it. But with that being said, I bought it when it's cheap, and then I just sold it when the price appreciation went up, plus I got all the APY rewards. So you can still hold Joe, but just remember that because there's so much selling pressure, because people are making so much yield from this, that they're probably dumping the token constantly. So you may want to just keep that in mind. But with that being said, if you don't mind and you want like basically Pancake swap or auto cake, this is exactly what you use on whatchamacallit, AVAX, right? This is really good. This pays way more money than Pancake swap ever could. In fact, I would probably tell people, if you're not happy with Pancake swap with the shitty rewards and still the shitty price because of the constant sell pressure, yeah, just come to Trader Joe and do this one instead. On top of that, it's already like $1.30, so it's already kind of down there. Now, with that being said, because I've never really used it that much, it could very well still keep going down like everything else until like crypto markets go up overall. That everybody just buys up everything, and then your Joe goes up in value. So it's interesting that D-word has come to be as an authenticator. I would have thought that was a necessity for the whole crypto sphere, like traditional finance. Oh, KYC stuff. Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of rug pulls, a lot of scams. That's also the reason why I don't want to deal with new launches anymore, except if I have 1 to 2 weeks notice, all right, at minimum, because I just don't want to deal with it anymore. But yeah, everyone should do KYC, especially if you're just a stranger asking people for a shit ton of money, right? It's standard procedure. I mean, in fact, that's just comes with the territory when you file, a company with the government or whatever, right? They always want to know who the hell are you, So, and that's exactly why. And now that the crypto space is doing the same thing, but they choose to do it, then that's good, because if I know, like for example, when I went all in on Rjoe District, right? They had full audit KYC. You knew who they were. They did a live launch video on YouTube. You watched the whole thing, and then I saw their face and everything. It's the same thing with Cannabis World, which is why I'm more, I'm satisfied with, putting more money into this. And yeah, I also invited him to the Elite Discord too, because he's a stand-up guy. Like, these things matter, right? Because you need legitimacy, right? If, for example, let's say you didn't know who I was. I asked you for $1 million. Would you give me $1 million if you didn't know who I was, my name, you didn't see my face, you just see a Twitter and Discord and maybe a shitty looking website? You would probably say, nah, F off, right? But if you've known me for a while, you've seen my face constantly, you know what I'm about, and then I ask you for that same $1 million, you'd be more inclined to do it, right? Whatever it is I'm asking for the money. But that's the point. So, yeah. So, I mean, that's just how it goes, right? Because it's obviously just, basic common sense, right? I'm gonna hand a complete stranger a lot of money. Like, I want to make sure this guy's, legit, Yeah, because again, it happens all the time. There's probably a bunch of launches right now where people are dumping in, and then they rug pull and steal everyone's money, and then you just never find them, right? It just happens constantly, every day, every hour, I should say, right? So, so with that being said, one thing before I end this, because again, there's not much to talk about. You just stake it here, and you just automatically get your rewards, and then you unstake, and then you pull back your Joe, and you can pull out whatever you want. So again, this is a much better version of Pancake swap. In fact, I should actually change the title of this to. I don't think I have any more space in my description, unfortunately. So let me see. Oh, I have 80. I have 80 out of 100, so I'm totally going to do this. No impermanent loss, extra better auto cake. Yeah. Okay, I was able to fit that. I'm going to get rid of the restream.io branding. There we go. Perfecto. Beautiful. Joe price token. I want to look at this one more time. Give me the entire range. Okay. So this is actually so this is actually another important thing. This is actually already better than Pancake Swap because Pancake Swap token was started like 440 and then straight down. Here, this thing is actually it's not quite a stable coin, but considering how much how much rewards it's giving you, it's kind of like a stable coin, right? Like a very volatile stable coin. This is actually really important because if the price is relatively stable on Xjoe, that basically means this is basically like a stable coin, yeah. Holy shit. This is a very high yielding stable coin. I mean, you're earning 38.28% APR. If I refresh this, does this? Yeah, so it's actually, so it updates pretty quickly in real time, but you just have to refresh the page. I mean, look at this. What? I don't understand why, if the APY is this high every 24 hours, why is this a 7-8 day APR? Shouldn't this be much higher? I don't know. All I know is you're just getting a lot, so I just go with the 7-day APR. I'm sure they figure everything out. Oh yeah, I also didn't read this description, but yeah, for every swap on Xjoe, a 0.05% fee is collected to Xjoe and used to buy back the Xjoe tokens. Oh, so that's how they keep the price going. Currently, buybacks are occurring once every day. Your Xjoe is continuously compounding! Exclamation mark. When you unstake, you will receive all of your original Xjoe, and then of course anything extra from all the nice little hand-rubbing fees. Alright, yeah. See, this is why crypto is great. Why would you have a human do the hand rubbing who could steal from you, right? Because it's your money, or it's supposed to be your money. Well, you're going to have computer code do all of it. So I actually thought I was not going to do Xjoe myself. I'll just do the content for this video and then move on, right? But yeah, this is actually really good. Look at this. This is all. Alright, I click the all button. You can't see it because oh, actually you can see it. Yeah, this is pretty stable, man. Wow. Now the thing is, I still think it could go back down, but because of the buybacks, because I completely forgot about it, it actually keeps this thing up. Because I don't even think Pancake Swap does buybacks. I know they do burns, and I know they kind of talk about it, but it's not. But I'm pretty sure it's not every day. Because what you really do, because the way the power of a buyback is to actually more so encourage buying pressure, right? Rather than just get rid of the extra inflationary tokens. Now, it's still important to do that, but that's actually number two. Number one is to just get other people to buy your stupid token. So if investors know that Xjoe will always be bought back up every 24 hours, then what will actually happen is buy pressure will always be there because they want to buy in before the buyback, right? Then the buyback triggers, price goes on Xjoe goes up, then you can dump a little bit, right? Because you're basically using Trader Joe XYZ as exit liquidity, and well, Trader Joe collects a shit ton of money, right? Because we're all swapping. I know I've been swapping all day today, right? So who knows how much money Trader Joe took from me? Well, actually, we know it's 0.5% of whatever, but there's literally like a million transactions going on or whatever. I mean, again, their profit in the last 24 hours was this, right? And this all goes to you, right? This all goes into the Xjoe or your Xjoe pool or whatever. That's whatever they call it. Personally, I like this icon better, by the way. This Xjoe kind of just a little oinky oink piggy. All right, I don't want to be a pig. All right, I don't be oinky oink because everybody wants to kill the pig and eat it. All right, and I don't want that for myself. So, yeah. Okay, well that will explain why this is so much more, stable. And again, I think I just said it burns it, right? Okay, well it doesn't say burn, it just says it just buys it back. Interesting. So I guess they added to the liquidity pool or whatever it is they need to do. Yeah. So this actually is interesting then. Let's compare the price of Xjoe to AVAX. Now because I've equated it to a stable coin, what I should be seeing is not a correlation. In fact, ideally I would be seeing what we're seeing here. AVAX just basically goes up, right? Remember, this is a market cap in rank 11. Really should be using Coinbase or CoinGecko, but coin market cap is at the top of search results on Google. Yeah, see, regular Joe's number 254. That's pretty good. Yeah, so this is exactly what you should be seeing, right? If you want capital gains, just store AVAX. But if you need stable coins, you go here. Now, I still wouldn't hold any Joe at all during like the ultimate cryptocurrency market crash that we all know is going to guaranteed to happen. But that only happens after we have the hyper pump, right? And after the past few days, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that when markets go straight up, you know, Joe is going to take off too, right? Everyone's just going to buy everything up. But for now, this could be a slight alternative to holding stable coins during a correction like we have now. Maybe a bear market after, you know, everything's bottomed out, or in the middle of, like, you know, waiting for this bull market to finish itself. So those are the only times you want to, where you might want to hold this as opposed to a stable coin. But that being said, you need to dump all this if. I'll give the warning out. I'll say it a lot in my videos, and I'll even do like a dedicated video. It's like, hey guys, I'm dumping. I'm aggressively taking profits. I think this is too overheated, right? Because remember, now that I've changed my YouTube format, we don't look at this anymore, right? We don't look at a lot of things. I look at it occasionally, you know, off stream, right? But that's because it's not relevant to making, you know, whatever I'm talking about on the topic of the video. So this is actually pretty good. I have to admit, I am really taken aback by this. This is a lot more than I thought. So, I don't know. I mean, I kind of still want to hold my AVAX as I know this is going to go straight up because I know we're still in a bull market. But I guess when I have extra money, I'll have to figure out what I want to do. But now you have the choice. You can have like a very high yield volatile stable coin. That's what I'm going to call Joe for now. Or you could just simply hold AVAX or Phantom or Bitcoin / Ethereum and just ride this cryptocurrency wave, you know, up. Because you know, you really do want all your money from the capital gains, but it just means holding and then waiting. It's like, eh. But you know, the choice is yours. So, okay, so it's 9:30. I still haven't watched Greg's video. I'll probably watch it after I get back. And then after I watch that, I want to watch, you know, Jesse Lee Peterson. I didn't watch it at all yesterday because I had to do all my stuff. So next video should be bomb.money. And let's see, what's a good looking, I like this look better, but this is probably more relevant for hopefully the auto screenshots. I'll leave it at this. So next video will be bomb.money, which is a tomb fork that pegs itself to 1 Bitcoin. And it's on the Binance Smart Chain. So what's good about it is you're basically buying Bitcoin, you're getting an amazing yield on it, and it's on Binance Smart Chain. So it's very cheap fees and it's very easy. Because you can get Bitcoin on Ethereum, but obviously you have to deal with Ethereum fees and blockchain. It's like, you know, forget about it. In case you're $200, goodbye. Or $100 on every freaking transaction. Right? Because right now New York City is obviously wide awake. Right? The East Coast is so wide awake. So we're consuming all the bandwidth now. So, along with maybe the rest of the world too. Actually, yeah, in Europe too, right? I mean, it's still almost the end of the trading day for them, right? So everybody's awake. All right, I will see you in the next video. Just give me a few minutes, and let me think. I might want to change my description a little bit. Actually, let me do it right now before I forget. So, let's see. Okay. Think of staking Joe as an auto-compounding volatile stablecoin backed by Trader Joe XYZ's daily buybacks. Very, very nice. Alright, very good, very good, very good. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, this channel's been blowing up too. So, you know, as long as I keep finding new projects to talk about, they're obviously legit and safe, right? Because I'm not going to do the video on Snow Tomb, Frozen Tomb today, but I'll probably do it tomorrow. Alright, I just got to work through my backlog. And then Ape Universe is still working. Like, the dev hasn't actually contacted me yet with his metrics yet. Because we did have that conversation about what we're going to do differently about Universe. Right? We don't copy Universe's thing because we all can now see what's happening with Universe. It's a complete shit show. And again, I can't say what I really want to say because, you know, it's on YouTube, but oh well. You know, one day Saint Nick will free all of us, and you know, we'll have free speech, right? And then, you know, I get to really go ape shit, right? I better not say the word. All right, I'll see you next video. Thanks.